Next game is really surprising. The Texans beat the Jaguars easily, 37-17. The passing offense for the Texans looks really sharp, and I thought it was going to be the other way around going into the year, that the rushing offense would lead the way with Pierce, but Stroud is doing great stuff here. 20 of 30, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Awesome stuff from him. Devin Singletary led the way for all rushers. This is really concerning for Dameon Pierce managers. 9 carries, 41 yards for Singletary, 4.6 yard average. Pierce had the touchdown, but 14 carries, 31 yards, more inefficiency from him. I'm starting to get concerned here. Hopefully this offensive line gets healthier soon, but when Singletary is getting decent efficiency and Pierce still can't get it going, that is concerning to me. CJ Stroud also had 3 carries for 14 yards. Tank Dell led the way for all receivers in a big way. 5 catches, 145 yards, and a touchdown. This is why I was drafting him on pretty much all of my teams. He is super talented. I'm not ready to say that he is for sure the number one receiver here because Nico Collins had such a great first 2 games. But he's ahead of Robert Woods for me for sure. And he's like, there's a good chance that he can get consistent fantasy value with how well Stroud is playing. I love the quarterbacks and receivers who get drafted in the same class. You get that with Tank Dell. Keep an eye on Dell. Absolutely, he is an ad. No question about it. And he might be a start. We'll just have to watch out for that. Nico Collins, disappointing stuff from him. 2 catches for 34 yards on only 3 targets. Robert Woods, just the 3 catches for 34 yards on 6 targets. Dameon Pierce, at least he's adding a little bit more receiving game work. That wasn't there for him in the past. 3 catches for 28 yards for him. Brevin Jordan had 2 catches for 13 yards and a touchdown. John Mechie had 2 catches for 13 yards. Dalton Schultz just had the 1 catch for 9, and Devin Singletary having 2 catches for 4. So interesting. The backups getting more work than the starters. Brevin Jordan outdoing Dalton Schultz. Devin Singletary outdoing Dameon Pierce minus that touchdown. And Tank Dell outdoing Nico Collins. So is there going to be a changing of the guard here somewhere? Or was it just one of those games? We'll just have to see. And Stroud emerging as a solid, I wouldn't say he's a starter in fantasy quite yet, but as far as a bye week fill-in, you could do much worse than Stroud. For the Jags, we are approaching panic time for Trevor Lawrence. It's not full panic yet, but these first 3 games have not been good. 27 of 40, 279 yards, a touchdown and a pick. That's not horrible, but we absolutely expect more out of Trevor Lawrence. CJ Beathard just had 2 of 2 for 9 yards. And Travis Etienne continuing to be the workhorse here. 19 carries, 88 yards, 4.6 yard average. Really solid stuff from him. Trevor Lawrence just had the 3 carries for 12. Tank Bigsby vultured that touchdown. That's annoying. 2 carries for 10 yards. And Dearness Johnson had 3 carries for 6. So interesting to see that Tank Bigsby isn't getting as many carries as Dearness Johnson. But Travis Etienne, keep playing him in your lineups. No problem. Evan Engram led the way for all receivers. He had 7 catches for 67 yards. He's emerging as a really solid starting tight end. Christian Kirk, 4 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. He really took advantage with Zay Jones being out. Travis Etienne had the 4 catches for 50 yards. Jamal Agnew had 4 catches for 49. Calvin Ridley, just the 3 catches for 40. He might just go as Trevor Lawrence goes. We'll have to watch that, but definitely disappointing stuff from him here. Tim Jones had 2 catches for 11 yards. Brenton Strange had 2 catches for 7. Dearness Johnson had 2 for 6. And Luke Farrell had a catch for 4. So definitely, Evan Engram is 100% a starter. Christian Kirk is bordering on that, but with Zay Jones back, I wonder if that production is going to go down a little bit, even though it was really good last week, but just wonder how consistent that's going to be. And Travis Etienne must start, and, patience with Trevor Lawrence, but a very cautious patience, because I think with 3 underwhelming performances in a row, we are at least looking at the panic button right now.